Hey guys. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to talk to you guys about being a fatherless daughter. We had a I know y'all listen to the radio show, the Queen and High show that we do every night. It's going to be on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock starting next week. But Sunday through Friday, we've been doing kickoff shows every 30 minutes. And the turnout has been bomb. So anyway, we were talking about relationships, why it's so hard to break up, and why do we stay so long, and why do we take so much stuff. And I was just amazed at the women who has daddy issues. You know, they were neglected or rejected by their fathers. So, you know, they hold on to a man hoping to earn the love of their father or the approval of their father, or just looking for somebody to love them. You know, it was amazing to me. And I kind of worry about that for my daughter. A lot of my uncommon sense and confidence came from my father. My father, he was just... My daddy is just cool, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't imagine what kind of person that I would have been without my father. I kind of worry sometimes because my daughter's dad is kind of in and out. He's not consistent. He's not consistent, and my daughter doesn't really like to bother him. Now, she'll be like, Mom, I need some shoes, I need a coat, I need a... She don't really like to ask him for stuff. And she really wants to do what pleases him. She doesn't want to make him angry because she's scared he's going to go. And Mama, don't I said, I'm cuss his ass out. Mama, don't say nothing to him. You're going to make him mad type deal. And I'm like, fuck him, you know. And she's like, Mommy, please. And then he's not going to talk to me. So, you know what? I've gotten to the, you know, I'm just not going to say anything to you on the sake of her, which is unfair because if you laid up and fucking got a baby, you should have taken care of your motherfucking baby. Nah, shit, that's just only right. But, my daughter, she's more or less like, you know, Mommy, don't say nothing to him, don't make him upset, and, you know, on that kind of note. So, I don't. And lately, he's been... You know, he said, what you finna do? I said, go get her some shoes. Can I keep her this weekend? So you want to go? She was like, yeah. You know, he came up to the school for cake and ice cream. And, you know, he was like, well, what if she needs something? You let me know. And, okay, you know, I ain't finna really be bugging you and fucking arguing with you. I'm, you know, keep my distance. Well, everybody's been getting along pretty good. But she also acts real timid and shy around him. And the first boyfriend that you ever have is your father. The first relationship that you have is your daddy. Not sexual or anything, but your daddy teaches you how men's supposed to treat you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want her to think that men come and go when they feel like it. You don't ask them for shit. You don't bother them and they'll stay around type deal. I don't want her to think that. And I think my confidence with dealing with men and talking to men and, you know, being honest and being able to speak my mind a lot of times a little too much is because I had a father and he allowed me to be honest with him and be open with him and be friends with him. And I just thank God for that. But it is a lot of women, adult women, who are still dealing with the 8-year-old, 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl whose father was not around. You know, they have PhDs and they have degrees and they, you know, have husbands and families and everything looks good on the outside, but on the inside they're still scared, shattered little girls. And the lady called to the show and she really moved me. And I said the name Nadine. I was thinking about Oprah Winfrey's show she had, and the lady was like, you have to love yourself and you have to do this. And she asked a question that just changed the whole dynamic of the conversation. And the question she asked was why? No, how? How do I love myself? How do I change my train of thought? How do I become a better person? How do I forgive my father? And none of those questions are easy to ask. You answer. You know what I'm saying? Or ask. I look at people, who don't have fathers, and I think about, it's a difference. It's a difference in me and my friends who don't have fathers. It's a difference in us, and especially if they were raised by, these single mothers who have S on their chest. I'm trying to go to the damn credit union. All I want to do is go to the goddamn credit union. Everybody and their grandmama is at the fucking credit union. This is a goddamn mess. I done got my shit in 3 and 4 different banks like I see a dope or something. Honey, boom. You hear me? Anyway, yeah. Anyway. See how my mind go? When you are dealing with a fatherless daughter, and, I have friends who don't know that, they fucked up or something wrong with them. And something wrong with me, but I got other kind of issues. You know what I'm saying? And men think that, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about fathers and sons later. But men, if you have daughters, and I don't give a fuck, how you and the mama get along. Love your daughters. Call your daughters. Have time for your daughters. Make them important. Make them a priority. Make them a priority. Because if not, later in life, they're going to be making people priorities who don't even make them options. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about the hurt and the pain that women feel from their daddies not being there, and how when they get a man, they hold on to him and don't want to let him go, or they give so much in hopes and in terms of he'll do the same. And it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? You can still go back and listen to the Blog Talk show. It's in the archives. But it was breaking up is hard to do, and why do we stay? And a lot of times we stay for actually the wrong reasons. We stay in hopes of gaining love from our father. We stay so the man can see our worth. We stay just on the strength of saying, I got a man, because society has taught us that having a man is the be all to end all, which is not true. You ain't shit if you ain't got no man. How you gonna tell me you ain't got no man? You ain't got no man. You ain't got no man. So having a man pretty much says that a person is worthy. A person has self-worth if they can obtain a man, regardless if the man is abusive, regardless if the man is the wrong man, regardless if he's not the one for you. As long as you can keep a man, girl, you something. So we really need to change that also in society. But fatherless daughters is a really sensitive subject for me, because hopefully my daughter's father and her can get an honest relationship built. It's still not too late. But, I look at her, and I look at her passiveness, and I look at her unsureness. I can tell her she cute all day. Her daddy say she cute, baby, it's what the fuck it is. It's something about a daddy. My mama could tell me shit, and I'm looking at her like, my daddy said, it's what the fuck it is. My daddy instills something in me that I can't even explain. You know what I'm saying? My swag, I know I got from my daddy, because my mama, she's nice. My daddy is swagged. So I'm sure I got my swagness from my daddy. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to cook different dishes from my daddy. I learned how to fish from my daddy. My daddy told me how to change a flat on my bike. It's things that my daddy told me. Don't let no man drive your car. Don't let nobody know when your payday is. This my daddy game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can go live with a nigga. Don't never let no nigga live up on you. Because the roles will get reversed. You become the man, he become the girl. Shit get fucked up when you a girl that's a man and a man that's a girl. Let men be men. When you go out, goddamn it, you ain't got no goddamn money. Niggas just trying to see if they can bump your motherfucking head. If they want to be with you, they got to do what it takes. Don't you let no motherfucker tell you nothing different. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Listening to my daddy. And the funny thing is, my daddy don't got no problem with telling no dude, Hey, she was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Either you come to pull it out or you come to shine it up, nigga. What you come to do? He ain't got no problem telling you. And dudes in my neighborhood knew not to try me. They knew not to try to get over on me. They knew not to try to be fucking me. They knew. Now they did the shit on the slide, but they knew because I had a daddy. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers treat you different when they know you got man backing. Brothers and uncles and daddies and granddaddies and cousins. Motherfuckers treat you different. They treat you different. They treat you with more respect because, hey, somebody is accountable for me. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody that's backing and supporting me. And people know that. Men know that. You know what I'm saying? And even when we did the conference in the Bahamas this summer, the men were saying they knew women. They could tell the difference between women who didn't have fathers and women who did have fathers by the way they operate and the way they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm running out of time. I'm always fucking running out of time. But yeah, this conversation is just like, I'm probably have to do a part 2. But I really wanted to say for the fatherless daughters, you know, it's okay. Forgive him as much as you can. Forgive him because he's missing out. And it is not your problem and it is not your fault and it is not your loss. It's his. And I know this speech oh so well because I tell it to my daughter. So you grown women, tell it to yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Tell it to yourselves. Tell it to your daughters. And even though one day I asked my daughter, we were over my cousin's house and, you know, all of them was with their daddies. And she was the only one that was just there with me. And I was like, you miss your daddy? And she was like, yes. And then I was like, it's cool. You want to call him? And she was like, yes. And I said, hey, don't you ever feel like you can't call that motherfucker, fuck that motherfucker? That's what I be feeling about me calling him. That's what I'm saying to myself. I didn't tell her. But that's your daddy. It ain't your fault that's your motherfucking daddy. It's my motherfucking fault that's your daddy. So if you feel like you ever want to talk to your daddy, call your daddy. And eventually, you know what I'm saying, he'll come around or you gonna quit and want to talk to the motherfucker. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's what I'm thinking because I didn't tell it to her. What I told her is whenever you feel like talking to your motherfucking daddy, that's your motherfucking daddy. You call your motherfucking daddy. You know what I'm saying? Now you call your motherfucking daddy. And a part of me was like, motherfucker, you ain't got to chase up behind him. He know he your motherfucking daddy. Fuck that motherfucker is what I'm thinking. But I don't want my emotions to spill over to her. So when she want to see her daddy, see him. You want to go over there, you can go. As long as he say you can come, you can come. I ain't popping up. I ain't, dropping you off and speeding off and no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I have before. When she was a baby, oh yeah, I have before. But, yeah, I want her to have a relationship outside of my relationship with him. I want her to have her own relationship with him. And a lot of times, I get into the bitter bomber subjects later. But, if you're not able to get that relationship or if he's passed away, do your mirror work. Do your affirmations as Queen At Your Beauty said. I'm just going on too much. Do your self-love, do your affirmations, and forgive. As much as you are able to right now, forgive and pray for him. Forgive him, Father, for he know not what the fuck he do. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I go on all night. Let me get off this line and I'll talk to y'all later. And I'll see y'all tonight at the talk show, Queen and I on Blog Talk Radio. Bye. And tonight's subject is incest and molestation. Bye.